What's up, my Rhodians? I hope you're all doing very well today. It's Thursday afternoon, and yesterday afternoon I went to Target. They're having a 20% off toy sale, so I was able to pick up another new figure. It's Ponda. Guys have only been released in Australia, or this wave has only been released in the last week or so. Already got Bastilla Shan and the Rebel Hoth Trooper, which I reviewed the other day. I also have, so I've got them now, so that's cool. So yeah, Target have actually reduced their base standard figure price of $18 down to $16, and adding 20% off brought this down to $12.70, so that's pretty damn good for Australia standards. As I said, I picked this up at Target, or as we like to call it, Target. I'm not sure if that's a worldwide thing or whether it's just here in Australia, but we like to call it Target because they're a little bit more of a classier Kmart. So like I said, I've done those two reviews before, and these three other figures will be delayed till next year. But I'm excited about all of them, except Nominor. I'm not really sure about him. Don't know the character well enough, but I'm sure I'll probably end up picking him up just because he looks a little bit interesting. So, but we'll see. I'm really looking forward to the new Ayla Secura though, so that should be excellent. So there's the card back, very nice image of Ponda there. Just definitely one of my favourite aliens from the Cantina, despite his mouth looking like someone's backside. Let's get on to the figure. This is probably one of the best figures from the vintage collection so far. Saying that only because I haven't got the Gamorrean guard yet, because let's face it, he's impossible to find, and I'm not paying the ridiculous prices that scalpers are selling him for on eBay. So I can't really judge him yet because I haven't had one in hand. But this guy is by far one of the best figures of the vintage collection so far. I'll shed a little bit of light on the situation, you might be able to get a bit of a better look. This is very well sculpted, very nice articulation, the accessories are just absolutely awesome. And finally been able to upgrade from this guy, from Power of the Force 2. This one is actually from Saga 2002 collection, which is basically a repack with added in knee joints so he could sit down at the bar. He actually came with a piece of the Cantina bar, so nice to upgrade to what I see as the definitive one. As you can see, accessory wise, he does come with the glass or the cup. Which I'm starting to get a few of them now. It's a pretty cool little accessory. It also comes with this blaster that fits in his hand nicely. This is the same blasters that you get with the TIE Fighter pilots. Well, one of them I have, which is the Biggs Darklighter TIE Fighter pilot. Came with the same blaster as this. I'm not sure of the name of it, but and that slots nicely in the holster. Although I'm not proving that right very well at this second, so bear with me, I'll get it in there. So it does slot nicely in there. I will go through the articulation before I go through the rest of the accessories. You've got a ball jointed head, shoulders, elbows, swivel wrists, swivel waist, swivel hips, ball hinge knees and ankles. So it's very nicely articulated. This is definitely one of the coolest figures in terms of accessories and setting him up in a scene or a diorama because of what he comes with. And a lot of it has to do with personal choice really, because he does come with a few extra arms, such as this one. These are his other hands. I can't remember the story off the top of my head. I do know it, I have heard it a lot. It's all a bit of a blur as to which way is what. There was a scene where he did have these flipper-like hands, and then it went to another scene and he did have these furry hands like that. So I can't remember exactly the way it goes. Like I said, you can swap these hands out. You can also just pop out the shoulder joint, which is pretty easy to do. Although I'd say if you do it too many times, it will get loose. You can replace it with that and that part of the arm there. So you can display both arms with the flippers, and then you pop off that, which is just a swivel joint. You can also have the bloody cut off arm, just got a little bit of blood smear there, which, yeah, technically a light shaver should have cauterized the wound, causing it to seal up pretty much as soon as the blade sliced through, but that obviously didn't come into play until later, so doesn't matter. That's pretty cool that you can display him like that. A bit of have Luke on the floor and have Ponda on the floor and his arm soaking in a puddle of blood, and have Obi-Wan there with his lightsaber. So it's a nice little addition to the figure. We'll pop his other arm back in because that's why I'm going to have him displayed. He's an absolutely fantastic figure. As you can see, the head sculpts are extremely different to the old one. The old one is mouth or chin or whatever looks less like tusks, like the Aqualish species have, which is what he is. And we saw in one of the prequels there is another Aqualish character that has 4 eyes and these furry hands. And I've sort of retconned that to show that there are a sort of subspecies of Aqualish, or there's a couple of different Aqualish species, whereas one of them is a 4-eyed, more spider-looking humanoid, and this one is with the flipper hands, and this one is the more humanoid 2-eyed breed. I can't think of the names off the top of my head. I've only read about it a couple of times. So yeah, that's Ponda from the Vintage Collection Wave 9. So I hope you've had a good look at this guy. I highly recommend you pick him up if you can find him. It's an absolutely fantastic character and figure. Definitely worthy addition. And it's another one for my Cantina quest, so that's another bonus. I'm starting to build that up again, so that's awesome. So I will leave you all to it. I want to do a little video shortly of a little custom idea I came up with the other day, unrelated to this, but I just thought I'd put that up anyway. So I haven't recorded it yet, but I will and see how it goes, so I might put that up. So at 8.5 minutes, I will love and leave you. Until next time, guys, may the Force be with you.